I mean, third biggest crowd, BG, everything. Is this kind of like a game when you're a kid?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I really just thank God for just being able to be in a situation with these guys, with my teammates, with my family. Like, as a kid, games like this is for sure what you dream of and want to be a part. So.
When you're in a zone like that in the second half, is there anywhere on the court do you feel like you could just blow up from 40 at that point and hit it?
Yeah, but not even because I was hot, just because like I put a lot of time and work into it. Like it's something that I've been shooting for, doing that since I was a little kid. So I put a lot of time and effort into working and shooting and just basketball in general. So it was just blessed to be able to see it come to fruition today. So
during that second half spurt, it's 2 steals and you guys went for behind up 10 in 2 minutes. Is that as loud as you remember this place?
Top 2 for sure. I think of that one for sure, and then I think of like Eastern Michigan last year here, and it's kind of similar situation. I had a shot and it was loud like that, but I'm gonna put that one second for sure. It was BG this right. Yeah, this first
How
for
loud
sure.
is it? Can you hear yourself think? Like how loud does it sound on the floor?
I mean, it was super loud. But like when you in the game and you, at least for me, when I'm in the game and I'm playing, you can't really hear too much anyway. Like so it's just like you kind of indulged in the moment, and it was just one of those feelings like your adrenaline high, like he said, Kyle said, just one of the moments that you dream of being in. So it's appreciated.
Kyle mentioned how there was this kind of like this sense of waiting for you to like pop off and have a game like this. Did you feel that you were like waiting for a night like this?
I definitely felt like one was gonna be due, no doubt. Like I said, I know the caliber of shooter and stuff that I am, and like I said, I put a lot of time in working, and sometimes it can be frustrating when it doesn't show the way that you want it to. So anytime I can have a game like this and I can go and feel confident, I don't take it for granted, and it's I'm very appreciative.
How, when you went in the transfer portal, were you pretty zeroed in onto it after the kind of the high school experience and everything?
Yeah, for sure. I'll never forget, I was walking from class, and once my name was actually put in the transfer portal, it was like a 5 to 10 minute window until it got there. And once I was actually in the portal, Coach Justin Ingram called me. I'm talking about within 30 seconds. I'm not being sarcastic. Like as soon as I got the email that I was in the portal, Coach Ingram called me, and from then on we continued to talk. But the process wasn't long or hard. I knew that I was going to be a Rocket.
What about this program? Like, why do you think that?
I wanted to be part of a culture that's prestigious, a culture that is known for winning, and a culture that values their players and their guys, and just the coaching staff, the players, my teammates, all of that combined, to me, it was just a no-brainer. So, I mean, I love these guys. I love being around. Love playing with Tyler, Raheem, the veterans, and even these young guys. I think it's just a culture here that you just don't find everywhere.
Was it difficult to tell them when you were in high school?
Oh, extremely. It was a tough process. I think I had a lot of schools. My final schools was in the MAC. Toledo, Kent, Akron, and Cal State Fullerton obviously was like my finals, and it was a tough decision, very hard. But at the end of the day, I felt like I made the one that was best for me at that time, and it's just funny how everything worked out. And I'm here, and I'm super excited to be a Rocket.
So what did that all be up on the rebounding? It's the top rebounding team in the MAC, and 25 rebounds, very few offensive rebounds. What was the message going into this game against a team that has some height in the post, has rebounded as well as they have, and how are you guys able to execute that?
It was a rivalry game, so we want to come out and be more physical, and that they were the number one rebounding team in the conference. So we wanted to try to be as physical as possible and try to keep them off the glass. So.
what did you think about your guys' ability to kind of do the gritty things, whether it was the offensive boards, scoring off turnovers, creating turnovers, those kind of things that stand out to you?
Talk around the league is that we're probably one of the softest teams in the league. We're not physical, so every game, even though BG is a rivalry game, we want to talk about amongst ourselves how can we be physical, can we match up with everybody, can we guard, can we defend, and just play rocket basketball. So that's what was our game plan coming in here, that we had to be physical throughout the whole game for 40 minutes.
What does the energy feel like on the floor during a 16-2 run like that, and you see Dante holding up when he can't miss?
Great fan base, wanting to keep us in the game. With fans like that are so into the game, and your teammates I can trust and that believe in you to go out there and perform, that helps a lot. And coaching staff that believes in you as well to just go out there and play your game. It just feels good to be out there, especially on a big run like that. We knew that eventually they was going to start missing shots, and we was going to buckle down and play defense. And when we did, see what the outcome was.
BG starts out on fire, another maybe 19-9, and you guys hold them scoreless for the next 5 minutes. Just kind of Wolves maybe set a timeout. Kind of how big was that stretch where you guys were really able to pull them off and get back in there?
We knew that they was only going to play 6-7 guys, and we made it all the way to maybe the second media before we actually really got a real break. So we knew that as long as we were staying and we kept guarding, and they hit us a couple soft shots, and we gave them one or two good looks at the rim, but we knew eventually that they was going to cool off, and we was going to have to keep pressuring them, keep guarding, taking them out their stuff, and only had one or two guys maybe that was kind of the main focus on, shooting the ball the most, and it was going to take the most shots. So we trusted the game plan, we trusted each other to go out there and defend, and felt good about it.
You mentioned the media timeout. You went basically 10 minutes without stopping that. Did you feel like guys in the court were tired?
It was the first time for myself, I was saying a long time that we're going without really getting out of media. So, but the energy kind of helped pick it up, and it's a high intensity game, rivalry game, as I keep saying. So, you just want to go out there and play as hard as possible. But yeah.
What did you think? You've been familiar with Dante for quite a while. Just what he did in the second half. I don't know. What did you think? Just kind of watching him on the court and just the spark that it provided the team.
Knowing him, I wasn't surprised. He was due for consistency in a game like this to just come out and show fans why this is what he does. He lives in moments like this, and especially being able to impact the game in the way he did on the offensive side, really picked up everybody else's energy and got us going. So it's nothing I did not expect him not to do. So.
Tyler, you guys finished fourth in the MAC. You lose 3 scores. I'm just curious, what kind of things did you maybe hear people question whether you guys would be as good, and how did you guys maybe use that as motivation?
You lose your 1, 2, and 3 top scorers. Especially with having Steph and JT, one of the most consistent guys throughout the MAC, and doing what they do, and you leave MAC Player of the Year. So obviously, you're gonna have questions of can they be as consistent as they used to be, and who's going to score for them, who's going to be that leader on the team. But, we knew that we was going to be questioned about that. So we try every day to pick each other up, and we just don't try to have one specific leader. Everybody has to lead, whether it's the guys who don't play, whether it's Rob, myself, Dante, coaching staff. We believe in each other. So, that's all that matters to us. It's only us.
First of all, that was an unbelievable atmosphere. And I thought a well-played game by both teams. I get a lot of respect for what Todd's building. To have as many new players as he has, they've been playing well. And tonight they came out. They've never played a team all zone like that all year from what we saw. And they zoned us for 40 minutes and probably didn't handle it well in the first half. We didn't make some shots. We were 1 of 8 from 3. But I thought a big key was we got the ball in the Javen in the zone, and that kind of kept us going. We probably settled for too many threes early. And then in the second half, Dante was huge, and Dre's threes and Sam's threes, Raheem's maturity, but to go 20 of 29 from the field, and we took care of the ball in the second half. And the best thing that team does is offensive rebound. They're AG's elite at it. They're a good offensive rebounding team, and for us to win the glass by 12 is huge.
You're obviously used to good offense. 57 second half points. I think you scored 73 the final 27 minutes. Have you seen any onslaught like that?
Well, I said on the radio show, I can just imagine what Bob Nichols would have said or thought when Dante pulled up from 3 when it was a 4-on-1. But clearly, we got stops and we got some steals, and that got us out in transition. We made transition threes. We got corner threes against the zone, and we got into a rhythm. And to be honest with you, we haven't really had a great offensive rhythm all year long. This is not, we've had elite offensive teams. This is not an elite offensive team. It's a good offensive team, but we're getting better defensively, and we're doing things the right way. And I just like how the team is maturing and getting better. There aren't too many teams in our league that are playing 4 freshmen, and we were playing 5. Now we're playing 4, and all 4 have had tremendous value.
The offensive rebounds, second chance points, all that kind of gritty, dirty work type of things. Is that where you feel like you won this game and separated yourselves?
Well, I thought Tyler had some huge ones. I think the game was probably won, maybe not, but the offensive rebound on the free throw, kind of broke their spirit. Offensive rebounding is something we can get better at. Because I don't think Raheem and Dante have offensive rebounded probably enough. Or relatively speaking, they've done less than they did last year.
Dante pulls up for that 4-on-1 shot. Are you guys cooking so hot that it's just green light or anything? You question any shot in that kind of run?
Well, I think he questioned shots, but I don't question him taking that shot. And he had three guys there at offense rebound. There's a pretty good chance that would have been a tip dunk had he missed it. Dante needs to shoot more threes, and he, give that zone credit, but when you play zone, you're going to give up some open shots, and you have to live and die with it, and they lived with it in the first half, and probably died with it in the second half.
You guys are going to finish fourth this year, like you said. Not an elite offense, a lot of good pieces. Don't have the superstars, but it's the past few years. But after superstars, in some ways, is back on the today. You guys are in first place, 8 games in. In some ways, is coaching this team as satisfying as any you've had, just because people maybe didn't expect as much.
I think people didn't expect as much. I think that, everybody but our core group didn't think we'd be as good as we probably are. And then you get to Christmas and you're 6-6, and I get comments like, well, what's wrong? I get a comment of, why is your defense better? Well, maybe look at the schedule. Maybe look at that. Maybe who we played. We had one bad game. We played poorly against Vermont. We lose against Indiana State. We should have won that game. Look how good they're doing. Look at what New Mexico's doing. They're top 25 in the country. Look at Cal Irvine winning their league. Even Vermont. When you play a schedule like we did, I guess I learned my lesson. Probably don't play a schedule that difficult.
After going 2-12 in the first half from 3, is there ever that conversation of maybe we should stop pulling up, or with confidence you have in your shooters, it's just they'll heat up when their time comes?
I thought the only bad shot was probably Dante's right in front of their coach on the left wing with a step back 3. Raheem's were good, just didn't go in. We probably settled too much. 8 threes in the first half. We were 1 of 8. Or were we 1 of 8 or 2? No, 2 of 12.
It was.
The worst shot was the one to win.
What were you at halftime?
It was 2 of 12.
2 of 12. 12 threes for us is probably too much, but when you play against a zone, you're going to have more threes.
When going way back to when Dante was in high school, how disappointing was it when he committed the goal?
I was disappointed. I think I've told this story before. It was Missouri State, Kent, us, and Fullerton. And at that time, Missouri State was good. We were really good, and Kent was pretty good at that time too. I just didn't think a guy from Chicago would drive 2 extra hours. Why would you go 2 extra hours and drive through Toledo to get to Kent? It didn't make sense to me. I thought it was Missouri State and us. And the dad called me after he visited all 4 schools and said, hey, Todd, I got good news for you. He's down to 2 schools, U and Fullerton. My staff got excited. And I said, guys, we're not getting him. Because he didn't make a basketball decision. I think he'll tell you that. He just wanted to go to California. Sometimes guys make decisions, maybe for the wrong reason. I think he'd tell you he probably made the wrong decision, but he made the right decision the second time. He made a great decision, and I wanted him bad in the transfer portal. Bad.
Why did you want him so bad in high school? And why did you want him so bad in the second?
I just like his feel, and he can shoot the ball. You guys are not recruiting in Chicago like I am. Ray J's dentist respect level is unbelievable. I can't walk into a gym in Chicago without 5 people coming up to me and talking about Dante Maddox. Everybody in that city loves him in the basketball circles. They love him. And part of it's because his dad is so well liked and respected. He's a high school coach. But, Tyler will tell you, everybody in that town talks about him. And he goes from gym to gym, and so does Tyler. So he knows everybody. And hopefully that helps us recruit some other guys that are in high school and that are on rosters right now. Right, TC?
I agree. 100%. Todd, just one bigger picture thing. Each year, the past 3 years, you said we're better. You lose your MAC players of the year. You lose all this stuff. Again, this year, you said we're going to be a lot better than people think. Each year, I'm sure there's a lot of people who think you're completely nuts. Is it safe to say that you've earned the benefit of the doubt now? This is not crazy.
No, it's not. But I think what I'm most proud of, David, is the consistency our program has performed at. And this isn't a knock on anybody, but I think we have much better respect level on a national level than we do locally. Our program's respected on a national level, and that's why we have a hard time getting people to play us. People that know basketball know that we got good players. We've won over time. We've been extremely consistent. We've done it the right way. But 7-1 means nothing right now. And we're excited. Yeah, we're 7-1. I'm gonna go home tonight. I'm gonna watch the film, and I'm gonna say, well, who cares? Let's get ready for Western.